No, your eyes were not deceiving you. There was a little blast of winter in San Francisco today on one of the warmest days so far this fall. Simon Perez is standing by in Pacific Heights, dusting the snow off, where skiers and snowboarders put on a show on, of all places, Filmore Street. Simon, how'd it go?
Yeah, quite a show today, Ken, really. And as you mentioned, really a day of contrast with all the snow and 85-degree heat. But these guys now are in the cleanup phase, and they've got until 8 o'clock to do it. They've got some big equipment out here really pulling up the snow, and even some people over there with shovels trying to clear it all out. But really quite a performance today from all these skiers, as you said, going down Filmore Street in September on snow.
Here, guys.
I'm probably just going to do Misty, maybe chord fives, nothing too hard.
What? Even if many in the crowd had no idea what Dumont's talking about, no matter. The San Francisco Police Department still says between 6,000 and 8,000 people lined Filmore Street. In fact, late in the day, crowds were turned away. No more space on the sidewalk. The fortunate ones had rooftop access, people like Hendy Henderson.
I didn't think they could get enough speed going down even this slope to do what they're doing, but you know, it's amazing. I wouldn't do it.
Look at these faces, concern, awe, and then relief the skier cleared the jump.
It's cool. Why? Because they go off and do all sorts of different tricks.
But on other runs, the tricks didn't quite materialize.
We'd like to welcome Kevin Nurse making.
Some folks didn't like the idea of having to give up their street and their neighborhood to a winter sport late in the summer. But the skiers were happy to put on the show in such an out-of-the-ordinary setting. It's really all quite simple.
You don't really think about too much. You just try to pop. Okay, where's my ski? Got it. Boom, grab, land, and then you turn around and people are like, woo! Give a little claim.
Now, once again, we're here at the cleanup phase, and these guys have got just until 8 o'clock tonight to finish cleaning up everything that's out here, all this ice and all the rest of it. But Ken, the police told me despite 6,000 to 8,000 people crammed up and down 2 blocks of Filmore Street, everyone was well behaved, no major incidents at all, and none of the skiers got hurt too badly either. You saw a couple of bad wrecks there.
Yeah, a lot of the neighbors, though, some of the neighbors were not too pleased with all this. Did you talk to anybody afterward who said, you know, I really didn't like this, but once it got started, it was pretty cool?
You know, there were a lot of people like that who were sort of middle of the road, but, you know, I asked a lot of people out here what they thought about it, and everyone was really thumbs up, which leads me to believe that the people who didn't like it were nowhere near here today. They were long gone.
Either that or up on the roof watching in secret. Simon Perez in San Francisco. Thanks, Simon. Thank you.
Ski season came a little early to Northern California today.
Skiers and snowboarders hit a slope we like to call Filmore Street. What are we talking about? Well, it wasn't the easiest run for some brave souls, but it was a good time for the spectators, including our own Simon Perez on the hill in Pacific Heights. That'll never be the same again, Simon.
Yeah, that's right. I was on the side of it. I didn't go down the middle where the snow was. But you can see behind me here, all the cleanup has now started. This is a huge chunk of styrofoam that they used to support the ramp, and they pack the snow all around it. But this continues up until 8 o'clock tonight. That's when they're supposed to have it all cleared out. But I tell you, it's really a surreal atmosphere out here today. Temperatures in the 80s, everybody's sweating pretty hard, but people skiing right down the middle of Filmore Street.
1, 2, 3.
Thousands turned out to watch some serious skiers and snowboarders
Special program
take to these snow-covered slopes of San Francisco.
I'm probably just going to do Misty, maybe chord fives, nothing too hard.
You do have to be an expert to understand what he's talking about. You don't have to be an expert to get into the speed and danger of flying through the air down Filmore Street. From his rooftop, Hendy Henderson took in the whole show.
I had to park 12 blocks away, even though I got a garage here, but it was worth it. I mean, this is amazing.
And that's what the skiers thought too, as they competed for tens of thousands of dollars in prizes.
It's jumping in the city on snow. It's crazy.
It's a little sketchy. You got to take a lot of speed, and but it's good once you figure out your speed and you get your right pop and you're in the air and you get your grab. You see the landing. It's good.
Now, once again, you can see major cleanup going on right here in Filmore Street. They've got some big trucks and backhoes really trying to scoop up all the rest of this snow. As you know, many of the folks in this neighborhood were not too happy about all this disruption right here, and so they are really hoping that these cleanup crews can meet the deadline of 8 o'clock this evening to try to get rid of all this snow. Ken, one last update. The San Francisco Police Department tells me between 6,000 and 8,000 people actually showed up for this today, so at least by that measure, pretty successful event.
Yeah, a lot of kids look like they're still hanging around the snow there before they take it all away.
All right, we'll see if we can get in a snowball fight before we get out of here.
Watch out, that could be a little sketchy, dude. Simon Perez in San Francisco, thanks.